It's a lot of money, why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't getting too bad, my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello? That's the Jag calling. Let me click over real quick to let my Jag talk it. I eat it, ooh, Pac-Man. That's the way my neck talking. Right? I ain't never coming back the way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack, my bad, but I'm past that. With a NASDAQ, that's cash. When the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go, you don't slap. That's fast. If the money low, I'ma grab brown man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit, the direct hit, I'm glad. When the check missed the direct hit, I'm sad. Like, who's that knocking at my window? My window. They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you up like a limbo. She said she not a, she an. Why you do that like that? It's a lot of money, why are you mad like that?
Well, Coach, as far as home field advantages go in the playoffs, there are few places tougher on a visiting team than this one. Sold out Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. Coming up, it's Divisional Round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Denver Broncos. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Second set. UNT. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Check back.
Now a first down throw, Watson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Boy, an aggressive play call to start this game. It backfired, but aggressive, no question about that.
Is that one of those statement calls? Trying to let you know that they're going to be aggressive right out of the gate, but that one hung up just a little bit too long. He made a nice play on the ball defensively and was able to pick it off.
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up first and 10 at their own 43. After the interception, here's Jackson. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's first and 10. Jackson. Flushed out right. Looking deep for... And this is taken in at the 5. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Taylor Gabriel, 37 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off, and not the ha-ha. That was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
Hey, 31! Hey, 29!
On 2nd and 9, Watson going deep downfield for Ross. And it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And an alley to run. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Looking deep for Gabriel. That's caught inside the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Taylor Gabriel with his second touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown. Myers connects on the PAT. And that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
This is it. 19. 59. That's what I do.
First down, a run with Cohen. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 46-yard line.
What's that? 19. Alert. Check. Crunch. Alert. At 55. Check 3. Check out.
On 2nd and 12, Watson. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson steps away to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Michael Bennett drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like.
Here we go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. It had been a near-perfect beginning to this football game. Already a double-digit lead first quarter, but their first misstep.
And you know how it is, partner. Sometimes when everything's going right, you start to feel like you can do just about anything you want on the field. This one didn't work out. If I were him, I'd go to my defensive captain and say, pick me up, my man. Help me out.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. On first down, Watson. Got him in. It's Brown. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
To throw again on second down. Watson escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he's trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal. Eluded, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Mike Bennett able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Watson now to throw. Flush to his right. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know the drill.
Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. 30, the 20, 10, 5. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. A big run there by Freeman. 87 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. They'll try and run for it with Miller. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
They'll look to run with Freeman. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Third down and goal. This Denver defense trying to hold up for one more play.
Get that ball. Back. Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike. I'm coming.
Throwing is Jackson. Flushed out right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Boy, such a good drive. You'd hate to have it end in 3. Do you think about going for it?
Absolutely. I mean, the fact that they moved the ball so well should lead you to the decision that maybe we should go for it right here. Also, as a head coach, show some confidence in your team. Let them know you think they can go get it.
So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. So it's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Third and long, it's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. Going deep downfield for Ross. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's
got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Taylor Gabriel saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. 35-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
From the 39, Watson, deep ball for Goodwin. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. It's a big play there for... We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And despite the fancy footwork we saw, they'll get to him just inside the 15. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, Watson. This is caught. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
They come out here in the eye. This is first and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Deshaun Watson keeping it himself from a yard out as they are now on the board here in the first half. Now, the scoreboard still does not look good, but at least they polished off that goose egg.
Yeah, they've been thoroughly outplayed in the first half. Finally, a little spark of life. But it's going to take a lot more to add to that flame.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Troy Apke. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
Nothing fancy there. A little smash-mouth football right up the gut on the dive, and it turns into a huge play.
You talk about the fastest way to the secondary. Right up the gut as you described and sprinted into the secondary for a long, long run.
To the outside, this is complete to Jackson. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So not quite a first and goal just yet as they come up now second and inches. They run. Devontae Freeman. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, man, watch the boot, watch the boot. 24.
Throwing again is Watson, eluding the pressure right. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 49. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Keep it up. Jim. Slam.
This time Jackson will throw it. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down. Jackson from the shotgun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 of action. On fourth down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Now Watson. This will be caught by Brown. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Well, they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
After the interception, here's Watson being chased out left. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
22, check, Bama. 22, check, Bama.
Here's Watson to throw again. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
On first down. It's Cohen, and this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Buying time to his left, and he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Here we go. 35's the mic.
From the gun on third, Watson. And he completes it to Cohen. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll try and pick it up with Cohen. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They only get a a hard-fought yard, but that's all they needed. It pays off, the decision to go for it, 1st and goal. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Now here's Pollard. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's just running the ball 101 because too much east-west, not enough north-south. Got to get upfield, don't you?
They just kept stringing him out before he knew it. He'd hit the sideline. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Back to throw, Watson. Yeah, he's got it. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
A Hall of Fame coach once said, there are no medals for trying. And that wasn't a trying effort, was it? That was a winning effort. How about that great catch?
Excellent. They know, hey, you lose this game, you get a ding or 2. You got 7 months to heal. They're going to go all out. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal. On 4th down, Watson. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Timmy Jernigan. And the Steeler D will celebrate the goal line stand. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. A big hitter there. A 1st down gain of 26 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check him. You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing.
Now Jackson. Flush to his right. And this is going to be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
And an alley to run. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a 1st down.
Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go.
He's coming.
On the ball.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. That's caught by Jackson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a Pittsburgh 1st down, a gain of 13. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down.
It's a gain of 25 yards. 1st down, Steelers.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Go!
Hey.
61. Match box. Right.
From the gun, Jackson. Flushed out right. And his pass incomplete.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They fire this one quickly to Austin. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that will extend this big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind and try to put together another drive.
Yeah, simple.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Watson on first down. Going for it all. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. John Ross, 29 yards. And the Broncos get a bit closer. And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2. A shotgun snap for Watson. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
Well, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from their first one and blew out the Seahawks.
And some room to roam now. 20, 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Lamar Jackson, 60 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. On first down, it's Watson. Dancing to his left. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Escaping the pressure right. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. It's a gain of 34. On first and 10, Watson. And now here is another interception. Picked off inside the 5. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Past the 20, 10. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
Jason Myers for the extra
Defensively, they've had their way in this. When that pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Michael Bannon getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah. This team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Watson eluding the pressure right. Going deep downfield for Ross. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way home for a Broncos score. John Ross, 87 yards. And the Broncos are able to at least make things a bit more respectable. And the Broncos once again going for 2. From the gun, here's Watson to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense. Right?
That's true. You've said that before. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now a 1st down throw. Watson flush to his right. Going deep downfield for Ross. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Troy Apke. The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about 1 game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. The Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards. Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. Jackson now. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a 1st down on that effort. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here 1st and 10. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it's 2nd down.
Check pass. Check pass.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Flushed out right. It's caught by Jackson. And some room to maneuver. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 52 yards. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. But what a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. This is Freeman. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Again, they'll run with Freeman. Yeah, Freeman was trying to work his way forward, but I don't think he got there. Their coaching staff, they were pretty adamant beginning of the year. Our goal is to get to the Super Bowl. Well, they made it to the playoffs. That's part 1, but they fall a little bit short.
And to me, once again, it exemplifies just how difficult it is to not just make the playoffs, but to win games in the playoffs. So you can set your goals high, but if anything is off during that time, you have some key injuries or you just don't play well, you get a bad matchup where that team just has better strength than you in certain areas, this is how it ends. So I don't think it's a total loss of the season, but obviously didn't get where they wanted to go.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank.